All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. A double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Akim, to the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, pushing the truth and faith and in all sincerity. I'm my brother Shema Allah from the GMS Houston camp. And this lesson is going to be going into, just proving that Yahweh Shai, right, was from the seed of David. Because I had a little, conversation with some people I know. It was a friendly conversation. It wasn't unheated, right? And, I was trying my best to even avoid it, right? But, they just kept, discussing the Bible, this and that. When you hear certain things, you want to say certain things, but I fought it as long as I could. And I finally had said something. And, I was just questioning, about, let's ask him about the virgin birth and things of that nature, right? And I was like, yeah, well, the Messiah's lineage is in Matthew, the first chapter. And, the scriptures say that, the Messiah was going to come from the lineage of David, so how would that be possible? If it says those things, just kind of seeing what they would say in their response. And then basically was just saying that, Joseph was the stepfather. He adopted him and, all of this BS, right? But no, Joseph was the actual father, all right? And he was known to be, the father of Yahweh Shai, right? But that still didn't answer the question on how, his lineage goes back into David, goes back into Abraham, right? And then you have one guy said, it was through Mary. And, I hit him with the numbers 1 and 18, right? It says, that the lineage is dictated by, the father, right? And also when you look at Luke, the 3rd chapter, which I'm not going to get into all that right now. That's another lesson for another time. It'll be a much longer lesson, but the Luke, the 3rd chapter, it goes into Mary's, lineage, and, Matthew, the 1st chapter, goes to Yahweh Shai's lineage, right? But when you look at it, King David had a son, all right, named Nathan, all right, and Mary's line goes back onto that son. But when you look at Yahweh Shai's lineage, his lineage goes back, onto Solomon's. All right, so it's a different lineage, okay, and that's the lineage from his father, right, Joseph. All right, but I'm just gonna get this real quick. All right, just a real quick prophecy, real quick, right? This is 2 Samuel 7:12. It says, "When thy days be fulfilled," this is the prophet Nathan, right, talking to David. "And when thy days be fulfilled, then thou shalt see with thy fathers. I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom," right? Talking about, when he dies, he's going to set up his child or his son, right? Basically to be king and to continue in his stead. "He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever." Now, who built the house? Who built the first temple? All right. Solomon. He says, "I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men." So what son was this actually talking about, right? This is talking about the Messiah later on down the line. All right, this was someone that was going to come through his lineage, right? And basically this is a Messiah that's going to be king and rule forever, right? But it's going to come through his lineage, through his son. All right, and if you can receive it, it was Solomon. All right, but that's another lesson too. See Romans 1 and 3. It says, "Concerning his son, Yahweh Shai, our Lord, which was made of the seed of David according to the flesh." So he was made of that seed. So how was he made of that seed? Through a man carrying that seed, all right, which was Joseph. All right. Let's get, there's so many scriptures you can just grab on this. Acts 2 and 29, it says, "Men and brethren, let me freely speak unto you of the patriarch David, that he is both dead and buried, and his sepulchre is with us unto this day. Therefore, being a prophet, and knowing that the Most High has sworn with an oath to him that of the fruit of his loins, according to the flesh, he will raise up Yahushua to sit on his throne. So he said he swore with an oath unto David that the Messiah would come from his lineage, right, to sit on his throne. So the Most High swore with an oath. So basically what people are saying is the Most High is an oath breaker. No. It happened through Joseph. Right? Luke 2:4 speaks about Joseph being of the lineage of David. All right. And this is Psalms 132:11. Yahweh has sworn in truth unto David, he will not turn from it. Of the fruit of thy body will I set up thy throne. So it said that the Lord has sworn the truth, and he not turning from it, and he didn't turn from it. All right, this just further proves and confirms that the Lord did it the way that he said he would do it, right, scripturally. All right. This is Revelation 22, verse 16. I, Yahushua, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright and morning star. So this is the Messiah speaking, right? He said, I am the root and the offspring of David. So he's saying himself, he comes from this lineage. And we already know that the lineage is dictated by the Father, right? It couldn't have been an angel. It couldn't have been a spirit. He couldn't just poof in the womb, right? It wasn't a poof, all right? It was a whole process that happened, right? Which the process was sex, by the way, all right? But it happened. That's the way it happened. Our natural men are born in the planet Earth. How people are born, right? It happened the natural way. It was no miraculous event that took place and then it just poofed in the womb. Oh, she got a son. And, no, come on, bro. They were expecting this child, right? Joseph knew he knocked her up and got her pregnant. That's what the Matthew, the first chapter, was going into. He knew that he did it, and they didn't keep it how they were supposed to keep it as far as the feasts and the traditions that they were supposed to keep that people usually go to and attend, right? They skipped all of that, right? They skipped all of that, and, he got her pregnant, right? It's this how the Messiah came, all right, from the union of Joseph and Mary, okay? This is how it happened. That is the story. Yahushua came and was born as a regular man in the same flesh as we. Okay? And that's really the lesson, I just wanted to get some quick in, to explain that, right, before it slipped my mind. All right? But, you can't really talk to these people like that and break out all of these points. It's only so far you can go, all right, before things get out of hand and you kind of show all your cards and, what you believe and what you stand for, right? Before you know it, they say, oh, you a Hebrew Israelite, all right? So, nah. But, yeah, that's the lesson, man. I'm just edifying. Hey, with that, I'm going to say shalom.